Why are you blocking off a whole road? There's a pregnant woman.
Because I have not committed a crime. I only answer when I commit a crime, Miss Lady.
This guy did. He said that my free speech could be considered disorderly.
Get out of the car.
For what?
Get out of the car.
Look,
I'm going to put you in handcuffs if you don't stop.
You can put me.
In New York, there was a police officer from Monroe County who had recently arrested a woman. She got into trouble for driving drunk and having drugs, but the story takes a dark turn. After she got out on bail, the same officer, Officer Miller, called her. He asked her to meet him late at night in a parking lot.
Well, I know how I can get rid of them.
Well, how is that?
Oh, I gotta just talk to the DA.
Well, I know that's how you can get rid of them, but me, on the other hand...
That's up to you.
She was cautious and had a plan in case things went wrong. They met, and he gave her a light beer. The cop told her he could make her charges disappear if she talked to the DA, but she had doubts. The officer admitted he gave her the beer as leverage.
The whole reason I gave you the beer.
Uh-huh.
Leverage.
Oh. What leverage would that be?
Well, I got a unit sitting over there.
So what are you trying to do? You trying to blackmail me or something?
Yeah.
Oh, it ain't gonna work.
It won't?
No.
I'm just messing with you.
Okay.
Then things got even worse. He asked to see her breasts and something very inappropriate. She refused, and the officer got suspended and will face disciplinary action. On a public road, a man is peacefully protesting with his banner. Two police officers approach him, questioning his actions. The man insists that his First Amendment rights protect his political speech, which he's recording for a YouTube video. The officers claim his sign is offensive, but the man challenges their interpretation of the law.
I don't want to give you a hard time or anything, but I can't let you hold up that sign.
I'm sorry, the First Amendment protects my free political speech. You're live on YouTube, video and audio recorded.
That's fine, sir. Your sign's a little vulgar and it's upsetting people.
It doesn't matter, you're not the free speech police. I have a constitutionally protected right to say whatever I want. I'm politically protesting Governor Larry Hogan. It's my First Amendment right on the right to petition, my right to redress of grievances, and my right to file a complaint in any manner I feel fit. By the way, I'm not trespassing. I'm on public property. I'm on a public crosswalk. I'm doing nothing wrong. I got a sign that you find offensive. That's not a law. Where in the Maryland Criminal Code does it say you cannot have an offensive political sign? Because free speech is not open to your interpretation.
I understand. We just got a call for it.
I understand you got a call. You made your best shot. I'm not leaving because I haven't broken any laws.
Tensions rise as the officers threaten to charge him with disorderly conduct. Despite their attempts to deter him, the man stands his ground, asserting his right to free speech and expression.
Hey.
Okay, there's a thing called disorderly conduct.
I can't hear you.
There's a thing called disorderly conduct. If somebody finds your sign and your actions to be disorderly in public, okay, then that is a charge, and we can ask you to leave. And failure to do that, you can get arrested.
Get your commanding officer out here because this is political free speech and I'm protected under the First Amendment.
Why are you shaking so much? Are you saying anything?
Oh, now you're going that route, trying to say I'm on drugs.
I'm asking you. You're shaking like a leaf.
Am I being detained? No, I'm free to go. I'm free to continue protesting also.
You're free to stay here too.
Absolutely, it's a free country. I'm glad you know that. Make sure you recognize that when you try to charge me with disorderly conduct because you don't like the content of my free speech.
Why are you being nasty?
Because I don't like it when cops try and tell me what is and is not allowed on a political
We
sign.
didn't do that. We told
This
you.
guy did. He said that my free speech could be considered disorderly because someone got offended and has thin skin. I'm sorry, but every person on Facebook named Karen doesn't determine my free speech rights. I mean, seriously.
As the situation intensifies, the man asks if he's being detained, and when told he's free to go, he continues his protest, emphasizing the importance of free speech. Finally, a higher-ranking officer arrives, recognizing the man's right to peaceful protest.
So, if you're sitting out here holding a sign, I don't really have a problem with that.
You do because you stopped and told me I'm going to jail. That guy did. No, you didn't. You've been nice. This guy's not been very nice.
Anyway, you can 10-20 David 6 weekend.
Sir.
Look, I haven't been mean to you. I just said that.
Yeah, you said you're going to throw me in jail for free speech. I'm not hearing it. Have a good. I'm not talking to you. I'll talk to this lady.
That's just an unobservant.
All right.
Okay. Okay, so we came out here because we got a call. We have to come out for everything. I understand you have your rights, freedom of speech, all that. This is considered a protest, right? You're peacefully protesting,
It is.
correct?
Right. Have I lit any cities on fire today?
No, sir.
Come on.
So, listen, hear me out, right? So as long as you're not jumping in traffic or causing any harm to people.
Or running with scissors,
all
or
that stuff.
taking candy from strangers,
Whatever.
getting in the back of a van. I know.
Whatever you said.
Yeah.
Whatever you said. I'm gonna stand here and hold the sign.
That's what I'm gonna do.
Okay. All right, so we can clear.
Have a nice day.
Hey, you too, buddy.
I will.
Nice meeting you, sir.
Same to you.
Have a good day.
You too.
The man reiterates that he'll exercise his rights responsibly, as long as he doesn't cause harm or disrupt public safety. Two police officers, seemingly unfamiliar with the law, pull over a teenager sitting in the back of a car. The teenager, confident in his rights, questions the reason for his detainment. Despite not being the driver, the officers claim the vehicle matches the description of a recently involved crime.
Hey guys, you mind giving me your IDs?
Nah,
Let me see your ID.
you can't get my ID. Did
me
I
your
commit
ID.
a crime, or am I being detained? I'm not even the one driving.
So the officer said the vehicle matching your description.
Dude, give him your ID.
Yeah, give me your ID.
I don't
right
have
now.
my ID on me.
You don't have your ID?
Nope.
You got your ID, bro?
Nah, I got ID.
Hey.
The teenager asserts his knowledge of his rights, learned from previous encounters with the law. The officers attempt to obtain his name and identification, but the teenager refuses, citing his right to privacy when not under arrest or suspicion of a crime.
What's up?
You in the car?
Yeah, but I'm not the one being detained. I'm not the one being detained, sir. I know my rights. My lawyer told me what to say. I have rights.
Everybody in the car gonna get.
My lawyer told me what to say exactly because this isn't the first time I've been
Your
stopped.
lawyer's doing you a disservice.
No, he's not.
Yeah, he is.
Dude,
What's up?
you don't go with the program, it's gonna be a long stop. All right?
Yeah.
And then your buddy here gonna get a speeding ticket because of you. How's that? Now tell me your rights.
I still have rights.
Okay. We say nothing about your right. We're telling you to give us your
I don't
ID.
have my ID.
Then you should have one, right?
No, I shouldn't.
So freaking roll.
What?
Your lucky day. You getting a ticket.
For what? You didn't even clock him.
I want to see you and I can go to court on that, right?
This car can't even go past 60.
We could go for it. I wasn't even speeding or anything.
He didn't even clock you. It's good. You can fight it. He doesn't have a radar. He didn't clock you.
That's cool if you don't have an ID. Just what's your name?
Nah, I'm not giving you my name.
As the officers persist, the teenager remains resolute, aware that he hasn't committed any wrongdoing.
Not giving you anything. By law, I don't have to give you anything if I'm not being detained.
Yes, you do by law.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you do.
By law, do I have to give you my name if I'm not being detained or I didn't commit a crime? I'm not even the one driving.
That you're in the vehicle that committed a crime?
No, it's
We
not.
didn't commit no crime.
You just accused me of committing a crime after he
I
just
said you're in
said.
the same vehicle that committed a crime. That's two different
How do you
things.
know it's this vehicle if he just said it's the description of the vehicle?
It doesn't matter what.
Do you have a license plate of
At
this
the very
car?
least, at the very least, he was speeding, right?
No, he was not. Did he clock him?
All right,
Detain me
get
for
out of the
what?
car.
Nah, watch
Open
out.
the door, get out of the car.
For what?
Get out of the car.
And obstructing.
Obstructing what?
You don't have any. You're being detained right now.
Detained for what? What crime did I commit?
Down your phone.
The story concludes with the officers struggling to justify their actions, leaving the teenager perplexed about the grounds for his detainment. In a quiet Alabama neighborhood, a story unfolds. A black pastor named Waters tends to his neighbor's plants. Suddenly, a dispute arises about his vehicle being in the wrong place. Pastor Jennings, his neighbor across the street, steps in to defend him.
They're saying is that your vehicle? It's not? The neighbors? They're saying that this vehicle is not supposed to be here and you're not supposed to be here.
Who's saying it?
They called about it. I don't know who called.
I'm supposed to be here. I'm Pastor Jennings. I live across the street.
He insists that he belongs there but refuses to show ID as he feels he's done nothing wrong. Emotions escalate, and the pastor becomes agitated by the unwarranted suspicion. He walks away, but the police pursue him, handcuffing him and calling for backup.
Just calm down, okay?
No.
Stop.
I like this.
Okay. We're just trying to talk to you and see.
A neighbor comes out to explain that the man is friends with the homeowners and might be tending to their plants. It seems he had permission after all.
Do you know that gentleman back?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
Does he have
He lives right there.
Okay, does he have permission here to be watering flowers?
He may because they are friends.
Okay.
And they went out of town today, so
Right.
he may be watering their flowers.
Okay.
It'd be completely normal.
Despite this, the pastor continues to be detained. He feels he was racially profiled. As the situation unfolds, it becomes evident that he wasn't entirely wrong in his assessment. The officers ponder charges, all seeming unjust, while the man remains unjustly handcuffed. Next up, there's a police officer who appears a bit uncertain about the current year. Let's take a closer look. The officer has pulled over a car and is checking the details. The officer asks how long the driver has had the rental car, to which the driver responds that their own car had broken down, and they just started driving this one.
Yeah, 1 second.
Thanks. How long have you had this rented for?
Huh?
How long has it been rented for?
Oh no, my car break down, and
And another question, you just turned that on, right? Like you didn't have that while you were driving?
no, I just turned it on. Yeah.
The officer questions if the driver just turned on the car, and the driver confirms this. The officer then asks for the driver's license, and the driver presents it. The officer continues to inquire about the rental period, and the driver is unsure.
You have your driver's license as well?
Yeah, I have my driver license.
How long has it been rented again?
Oh, the insurance rented for me.
No, how long have you had this
I don't
rental?
know. I don't know.
What, you don't know when you rented the car?
No.
The officer notices that the car's validation tag has expired in December and suggests contacting Enterprise. The driver disagrees, saying it's not their problem. The officer clarifies that it's the driver's responsibility to ensure the car's validity.
Because it seems like a while if the validation tag expired in December.
Well, you call Enterprise. That's not my car. I don't know why you're pulling me over, first of all.
I explained to you the validation.
No, but this is a rental car.
The onus is on the driver, though.
Hmm?
The onus is on the driver to have validated plates.
Well,
you're driving a car with no validated
That's
plates.
not my problem. That's
It is.
Enterprise.
You're the driver.
No, that's not my problem. You call Enterprise.
You're the driver.
Look at the receipt.
When I give you the ticket, it's going to go to the driver, not Enterprise.
So you give me a ticket for Enterprise.
You're not understanding. The onus is on the driver to make sure the vehicle he is driving is valid.
So when's the plate was expired?
That's why I'm asking. That's why I'm asking when you rent it, because it expired in December. So you
Well,
understand what I'm saying?
well, it's not been a long time. It's been rented.
The driver asks to check the tag themselves, and the officer allows it. In the end, the officer admits that they didn't initially notice who was driving the car, leading to some confusion.
Well, that's what I'm getting at.
Can I go see? Can I go see you? Tell me the plate is expired. Can I go see? Now that's your mistake.
That is my mistake.
Did you see because it's a person?
No, stop it.
Yeah, come on. That's not
I didn't even see who was driving the car. I looked at the plates, sir.
Huh?
I didn't even see who was driving the car.
No, because I've been getting pulled by police officer asking me where I'm coming from, and I'm tired of this. You know,
Yeah.
you know your job as a police officer.
Yeah.
Yeah, but why did you just come and say that the plate was expired? This is 2020. Look at
Yeah.
it. It's 2020.
I get that.
No, but I saw you over there. I
Yeah.
saw you over there.
Oh, I didn't see the driver.
Yeah, you saw me over
No,
there.
no, I
You
didn't
saw
see
me
it.
over
Well,
there.
yeah, of course I
Yeah,
saw
yeah,
it.
yeah.
So I ran the plate.
Yeah, you saw me over there. Now you see me. I'm driving an expired plate.
Yeah, no, that's my mistake. Honestly, got here.
Yeah, you should look first. Give me my
No,
license, driver.
I did.
Yeah, you should look first before you just pull me.
The driver expresses frustration with being frequently stopped by the police. In Nigeria, a young and confident police officer dressed in a Shelby outfit boldly demands a bribe from a Spanish national who just arrived from Benin. As they entered Nigeria, the officer shamelessly asks for a bribe.
I crossed to Nigeria today.
What do you pay for us?
I don't have anything yet. I came.
Don't tell me that.
When the foreigner mentions he only has a credit card and no cash, the officer insists on receiving something.
Yeah, but I still didn't change. I have my credit card. When I get to Lagos, I take money, but I didn't bring. I came today.
In the background, other officers can be seen chasing a car, ready with their weapons, likely for the same reason as the first officer's demands.
I have to go.
Money, cash.
I don't have cash.
It's a disgraceful situation in the country. In Griffin, Georgia, a tale unfolds that showcases the might of the police and their desire for revenge. It all started when a regular person, Will Sanders, exposed a wrongdoing by one of their own, a Griffin police officer who had committed a crime. Strangely, the officer faced no charges, as his department swiftly declared him innocent. However, Sanders, driven by a sense of justice, unveiled hidden evidence, and shared it with the Griffin Police Department. This courageous act led to an investigation and even a confession from the officer. But there's a twist in the story. When the officer faced trial, the police concealed crucial details, and he walked away a free man. But the saga doesn't end there. The police turned their attention to Will Sanders, the whistleblower. They obtained a questionable warrant to snoop into his private Facebook messages, supposedly related to 2 commercial burglaries. However, it's clear to anyone with discerning eyes that this is nothing more than a witch hunt. Moving forward, there's a cop who believes it's a good idea to pull someone over for using their horn. The situation takes an interesting turn. The cop asks the person to return to their car and proceeds to check the license plate registration.
Sir, go back into your car. I'll be with you in a second. You better check the registration on this plate soon, mister.
Yeah, 23 shot, I think. 23 shot, I think.
Have a good day, Judge. You bet.
After a brief inspection, the cop concludes the interaction with a farewell. In a bustling city, there was an NYPD officer who stopped an Uber driver. The officer seemed angry and treated the driver unfairly. He slammed the car door, threw things around, and even opened the driver's door without reason. The driver wasn't under arrest. It seemed like the officer was on a power trip. The driver tried to explain that he didn't use his blinker while parking, but the officer continued to berate him.
This guy's just a
Yeah.
to put it mildly.
Yeah,
I mean, you shouldn't be slamming your car. He shouldn't be slamming your car door. He shouldn't be throwing things around. He doesn't have a right to open your door. Like he's.
I don't think he could have really arrested you. I don't.
You weren't under arrest. I think he's just on a power trip right now.
Yeah. Because you honked at him.
Because you honked. Because he didn't have a blinker on.
No.
I mean, if you're gonna park, you're supposed to put your blinker on. That's the way this works.
That's why I'm saying.
No, I know.
Yeah, but you know,
I know.
Yeah, I would just not say anything.
Don't say
anymore
anything.
to him. Just.
You're gonna
quiet. Yes, sir. I'm sorry, sir. That's it.
Now let me tell you something. The next time you do it again,
okay.
You're getting. Okay, what? You gonna let me finish?
Sir,
Stop interrupting me.
Okay. Apologize. I'm sorry.
Well, who do you think you're talking to here?
Sir, I'm not saying nothing. I said,
No, every time I open my mouth, you have something to say. When you're driving up my when I'm trying to park the car, and then you have to do something with your hands.
Sir, I just say...
I don't care what you have to say.
Okay.
Do you understand that?
Yeah, I understand.
People are allowed to park in this car, park their cars on the side of the street without your interference. And then your opinion about what's going on.
Okay, sir.
Okay?
Apologize.
Especially when the person you're doing it to are the police.
Okay, sir.
The driver, a newcomer to the country, tried to speak up, but was shut down by the officer's intimidating demeanor.
I don't know where you're coming from, or where you think you're appropriate in doing that. It's not the way it works.
Okay, sir.
How long have you been in this country?
Almost 2 years.
Almost how long?
2 years.
2 years. I got news for you, and use this lesson. Remember this in the future. Don't ever do that again.
Okay.
Eventually, the officer let the driver go with a warning, but not before making him feel small and unimportant.
The only reason you're not in handcuffs going to jail and getting summonses in the precinct is because I have things to do.
Okay.
That's the only reason that's not happening. Because this isn't important enough for me. You're not important enough. Don't ever do that again. Are you a fare?
Yes.
You're a fare?
Yes.
And this guy is taking time out of your day for his vehicle and traffic violations.
Sure.
Thank you.
Can you take that plate number, please?
I have his plate.
Later, the news reported that the detective lost his badge and weapon and was transferred out of his prestigious division for his misconduct. In the end, justice prevailed, and the driver's ordeal came to an end. In a place far from here, something unusual happens. It's like the wild wrestling matches you see on TV, but not quite. An officer seizes a man who's calm, not causing any trouble. Then, unexpectedly, the officer lifts the man onto his shoulder and slams him onto the hard ground. The man's face stays relaxed, and his actions show he did nothing wrong. Now he's suing the deputy and the sheriff's department for being careless. Surprisingly, the deputy's only punishment so far is desk work. But before we show you the next video, why not consider subscribing to our channel? We share 3 thrilling videos every week. Stay updated by hitting that notification bell. There was a man who found himself blocked by the police. He decided to confront them and see what would unfold next.
Can you not go up to him and request it?
Yeah. I'm going to right now.
Oh, are you?
Yeah, I am with my phone in my hand.
Okay. Do you need me there?
No.
Okay.
I don't.
The man held his phone in his hand and requested the officer's badge number. The officer responded, indicating it was on his shoulder. The man pondered if this was how the officer would speak to a judge. The officer urged the man to step back, citing safety concerns.
When a member of the public asks for your badge number, you're entitled to give it. So can I please get your badge number?
You drove by and gave us the finger.
That's all right. I'm allowed to do that. Badge number, please.
It's on my shoulder. You can take it.
Is that what you say to the judge? Is that what you say to the judge? Is that what you say to the judge?
You're interfering with us doing our job, okay? We're here.
Is that what you say to the judge right here?
Enforcement, okay?
Is that what you say to the judge right here?
I'm gonna have to ask you to get back.
Is that what you say to the judge right here?
What are you talking about?
Is that what you say to the judge?
What?
If they ask you for your badge number, you say right here?
Yes, absolutely.
You say that to the judge. You do.
Not to the judge. No.
Yeah, no. So you don't say that to the public either.
All right.
Okay.
However, the man persisted in wanting to know the officer's identity. A discussion unfolded between the man and the officer. The man accused the officers of being shady and questioned their activities.
What's your name, sir?
I don't have to give you that.
You actually do.
No, I don't.
You really do.
No, I don't.
Yeah, absolutely.
What? No, I don't. I'm not. Under what crime am I being investigated?
Because we're here trying to do our jobs,
okay.
And you're coming up to us being aggressive for no reason.
No, I'm not being aggressive.
So I want to know who you are.
I'm not being aggressive.
We have lots of safety concerns. Absolutely.
No.
So you wanted to push this, so now we're pushing it. Okay.
My name's Dan.
Dan, where's your driver's license?
My license is in my pocket.
Okay.
I don't have to provide it.
You actually do.
No. What crime am I committing? Tell me what crime am I being detained?
You're not committing a crime.
Am I being detained?
I'm concerned for the police's safety because you're driving by and you're being aggressive with us. Okay?
I'm not being aggressive.
And you're coming up behind
I'm not
us
being
and
aggressive.
you're videotaping us.
I'm not being aggressive.
For our badge numbers
I'm allowed to do that.
For no reason.
I'm allowed to do that.
You can ask for our badge numbers, but we have nothing to do with you. We're here on a completely unrelated matter.
Yeah, you guys are being shady. You guys are being shady.
Shady.
Yeah, shady.
Doing what?
Doing what you're doing.
And what are we doing?
You guys are monitoring for speeders, and I know what you're monitoring for.
We're actually not.
Oh, what are you doing then?
We're looking for stolen vehicles.
Okay, stolen vehicles. Okay, that's better. Okay. Thank you. Have a good day.
The officers clarified that they were looking for stolen vehicles. With this revelation, the encounter concluded, and the man wished the officers a good day. Next up, Officer Holland detains and handcuffs a teenager who was filming a nursing home from the sidewalk. The video continues as tensions escalate, with Officer Holland insisting that the teen's actions are illegal, causing disturbance to the people nearby.
Chris, come here. I'm talking to you. Why are you recording the nursing home? You're upsetting the people who live here. Chris, stop walking. Stop. What is going on? Why are you recording Chris, stop. Why are you recording the nursing home? I'm speaking to you. I'm getting complaints about your actions. What is going on? Chris!
Please let me go.
No, I need to find out what's going on. You're upsetting the people who work here. So stop.
I'm gonna go.
I'm ordering you to stop. So stop.
You work for me, I don't work for you.
Well, I work for the public who called me here because of the actions.
Did I do anything illegal?
You're upsetting the people who live here.
Did I do anything illegal?
27 from 156. Can you assist? You need to stop, okay?
I'm gonna.
What is going on and why
is this illegal?
I want to know what's going on because you're upsetting these people. I want to know what you're
Did
doing.
I do anything illegal? I don't answer questions. Definitely not to you.
Disorderly conduct, Chris.
Disorderly conduct
You're
how?
alarming and disturbing the people who
Am
are
I
here.
allowed to photograph on the sidewalk or no?
I'm trying to figure out what you're doing.
Okay.
Chris?
Look,
I'm going to put you in handcuffs if you don't stop.
You can put me in handcuffs.
Okay, then stop.
No, you can put me in handcuffs. This isn't legal.
Stop.
This is not legal.
What are you doing?
This is not legal.
Chris?
This is not legal. I'm trying. I'm going about my day.
I'm detaining you until I can find out what you're doing and why you're doing this.
This is
Put your
illegal.
cell phone down.
That's a Terry stop.
I'm detaining you.
Soon, a sergeant arrives on the scene and quickly realizes that the teenager's actions are not against the law. He instructs Officer Holland to release the teen and advises him that filming from the sidewalk is not a crime.
He's walking by videotaping the building.
Videotaping the building. He's like zooming in on the windows,
What?
zooming in
That's.
on the doors. I know.
It's not illegal to do that.
I explained to them what's going on, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, okay, I don't know what he's doing."
Okay, but time out. That's not illegal to do that.
Okay.
So he's not acting in a disorderly manner if he's on the sidewalk walking by videotaping the outside of the building.
Okay.
That's the problem we have.
Yeah, and they were disturbed by his actions once they found out what was going on. So they were willing to sign it.
But how are they? They're disturbed that he's walking on the sidewalk videotaping?
They were concerned because they don't know his mental state. They don't know what he was doing. And I told him I can't.
Well, he wasn't. I mean, other than not obeying you, which is a no-no, which, I mean, that is what it is. But as far as walking by with a video camera, I mean, I'm not. That's not something that.
They
even though they're
bothered by the actions that he was doing.
You could be bothered by a lot of things, Sam. I think this is something we need to send down to the state's attorney's office. As much as he's irritated you.
No, he hasn't bothered me at all.
Oh,
He wouldn't stop, and he wouldn't.
I understand.
He wouldn't
But
stop, and he kept pulling away.
But this
I'm
is.
like, Chris, you can't do that.
Yeah, just.
In the end, the teenager is set free, and the sergeant suggests sending the case to the state's attorney's office for review.
So, I think what we're going to do.
Well, I want to know what that caller said, too, and what they had seen also.
Well, the thing is, Sam, he's on the sidewalk. He's videotaping the building.
Okay.
We can send it down to the state's attorney's office for them to review for charges, but it's not illegal.
Okay.
I mean, if he's walking up onto the door, like all the way up to the door, and he's shining the phone and videotaping, then yeah, that's a problem.
Okay.
But if he's walking on the public sidewalk, I mean, even if it's their sidewalk, I mean, he's just videotaping the building. People videotape schools, throwing these, turn around. I'll talk to you with handcuffs off. And you're still being detained until I can explain everything to you. Well, just stop. That's what you got to do sometimes.
Well, I mean, that was clear. I feel like that was legal.
The situation serves as a reminder that it's essential to understand the rules and regulations before taking any action. In this video, a determined lady refuses to let anyone stand between her and her pregnant friend in labor. Not even the police officers can deter her. She demands their names and badge numbers, questioning why they've blocked off the entire road.
I want to know what the emergency is. Yeah? I want names and badge numbers. Why are you blocking off a whole road? There's a pregnant woman. What's your name and badge number? What's yours? So this is legal to block a whole road? For what?
With persistence, she manages to persuade them to move, asserting that blocking the road in such a way is unjust.
So what is this? Yeah, then move. Then move. Get off the road. You have no right to block a whole road. Tyrants. Out of here. Bunch of in costumes.
In the end, the officers retreat, and she refers to them as tyrants in costumes. In Texas, a surprising turn of events unfolds. Usually it's the police officers chasing down thieves, but today it's the opposite. Instead of apprehending a criminal, a police officer herself is facing arrest by mall security. She had tried to sneak away with a concealed fragrance from a store, but her escape was foiled by alert security personnel. Frantic, she calls for backup, asking for a sergeant. Mall staff explain how they got wind of her theft, suspecting her of pilfering a product.
Macy's bag she had, was that from a prior purchase, or did she pick that up from a...
I asked her, and she said that she picked it up from a rack.
Okay, so it's not...
It's that bag.
It's not like she had bought something else.
The Macy's bag she carries raises suspicion. Did she really buy it, or was it just a diversion? Surveillance footage reveals her secret stash of fragrances. When confronted, a struggle ensues.
So we're out, that's the main mall, right? That line, the little painted line there's the threshold?
Yeah.
Or the tile line there, I guess? Gotcha.
The mall security swiftly takes action, handcuffing the officer and confiscating her weapon. She claims to have protected her badge and weapon from them, an ironic statement considering her tarnished reputation and the police force's good name smeared. As the video unfolds, the conversation between the driver and the officer takes an interesting turn. The driver insists he wasn't speeding, claiming he was going 50 while the officer clocked him at 70.
Pulled you over for speeding. Hey, YouTube channel?
I wasn't speeding.
You were.
How fast?
Back on Bridgeport, you were going about 70.
No, I was doing 50.
Because I was going 60 and you were getting away from me.
The officer questions if there's any evidence like radar or dash cam footage, but the driver has none. It's a case of one person's word against the other.
So do you have it on radar or laser?
Pacing.
You weren't behind me.
I was.
Really?
Yep.
You have that on camera on the dash cam?
No dash cam.
No dash cam.
Nope.
So it's just your word against mine.
Yep.
All right.
The driver argues that the officer wasn't behind him, but the officer disagrees, pointing out the lane difference.
You have to be behind the person.
I was behind you.
You weren't right behind me. I was looking in my rearview mirror. You weren't behind me at all.
I was in the number 1 lane. You were in the number 2 lane. I wasn't behind you.
Right.
Directly.
So you're in an opposite lane.
Mm-hmm. And then I see you driving away from me while I'm going 60.
Well, I mean, if you were looking down doing 60?
Yep.
So you were looking down, but you weren't looking up at me.
Despite the discussion, the officer doesn't confirm a ticket yet, stating he has his own reasons.
Or you were looking down and looking at me at the same time. These are just questions I'll ask in court, right?
I know. But did I say I was going to give you a ticket?
No, you didn't, but I like to ask questions.
That's fair.
Which isn't illegal.
No, that's fair. I'm going to have my own reasons for whether I do give you...
I get it.
The driver continues to assert his innocence as the situation hangs in uncertainty. Attorney Emmanuel Oluel is approached by Officer Matthew Borman while taking out his trash. Borman requests to see his ID, and Emmanuel complies, showing his business card.
Here's my business card.
Sweet 160. Okay.
All right.
Huh?
My ID.
If you don't mind, just so, yeah, if you don't mind, can we see your ID?
Yeah.
Ooh, well, that is pretty cool. That's a slick business card.
Yep.
All right. I'll give it to him. You can keep doing what you're doing. We're just, again, we're kind of concerned. Yeah, seeing somebody dump a bunch of stuff there. So, okay. Good.
Just don't run it.
Oh.
After a brief exchange, Emmanuel defends his rights, stating that he is on his property and not violating any laws. Borman explains that they are documenting the encounter due to concerns about illegal dumping.
Don't run my card. Don't run my ID.
Huh?
Don't run my ID.
Don't run your ID?
You have no reason to.
Well, we're going to at least mark it down. We're going to take down your information.
Nope. I'm on my property, putting trash in mine.
Okay, but this is not just your property. It's several people's property.
I understand.
Okay.
But I'm not violating any law. So
No one said that you're violating any law.
No. Don't run my ID. I'm a lawyer. I know my rights.
Okay.
I'm not violating any law. I'm on my property. There's no suspicion. No one called anybody. So don't run my ID. I only identified myself so that this won't escalate.
That's fine. But we can still mark down who we're out with. And so that's what we're going to do.
No.
Yes.
You didn't stop me. Don't turn this into...
Emmanuel reaffirms his rights and ownership of the dumpster. The situation eventually resolves with Emmanuel retrieving his ID, and Borman assures him that everything is under control.
Sir, you are turning this into an issue. We're just simply marking down who we're out with. Yeah. So he's just going to write it down on a piece of paper. It's just your name.
Why?
Because, sir, we are out with you because we were concerned that you were illegally dumping.
But you already discovered. Do you want me to show you my office?
I understand that you're here, but I don't know if this dumpster belongs to you or somebody else in the
It belongs to me.
To you and you alone?
Yes.
Can you prove that that dumpster belongs to you and you alone?
This dumpster belongs to the property.
Okay,
and I'm
that's
dumping my stuff in there.
That's my point, though. Is it if it's also other units?
So what? It belongs to everybody. We're paying for it. It doesn't really matter if it belongs to all the units.
That's fine.
Just give me back my ID. Thank you. Thank you. don't worry, everything is under control. And that's my wife.
Okay, that's fine.
Do
you want your card
came,
back?
Yeah, I understand you came to check, but trying to run my ID to find anything, no, that's illegal.
That is not illegal. But okay, you can finish stumping if you like.
Emmanuel continues with his task, aware of his rights, as the encounter comes to an end. In this video, we witness a man driving his vehicle when a police car approaches. While this situation might make many people feel uneasy, this particular individual reacts with laughter. He skillfully manages the encounter with the police officer. The man explains that he wasn't driving too closely, and he even has dash cam footage to support his claim.
I wasn't following close.
Yeah, man, you almost rear-ended me.
All right, I got it on dash cam when you pressed your brakes, and then that's when I got close to you.
All right, I'm not here to argue with you, but you almost rear-ended me.
I didn't. Hey, they almost crashed. You need to go check on them. Like, I'm fine.
That's fine.
All right, like, what's up?
I'm trying to figure out you would almost rear-ended me.
I didn't almost rear-end you.
You want to pull up your dash cam?
I can pull it up.
Despite his explanation, the police officer appears doubtful. The man casually inquires, "What's going on?" The officer mentions a potential issue with speeding, but the man strongly refutes this, displaying his speed on the vehicle's screen to support his argument.
What's the speeding? What you guys speeding to?
Huh?
What y'all speeding to?
Speeding? Yeah. I wasn't speeding. That displays my speed as well.
In a nonchalant manner, the man hints at his comfort with legal proceedings, indicating that he has a capable lawyer and doesn't shy away from court battles.
You want to pull that up?
I like court battles.
You like court battles?
Yeah, I love court. I got good money for a lawyer.
Hey, I ain't tripping, man.
All right, so.
Sure.
Continuing the conversation, the man points to something inside his car, suggesting he may possess firearms. However, he reassures the officer that there's no cause for concern regarding the contents of his back seat.
You're falling too closely. Be careful with that.
All right, I got you.
What's up with the extended mag you got in the back seat?
Hey, you see this? Hold on, let me.
You got it.
I got several if you asking. But hey, you ain't got to worry about what's in my back seat. I'm leaving. All right. All right, hey, take care, all right?
Subsequently, he drives away, leaving the police officer behind. This video is about Sergeant Michael Roadside. He was working hard on a construction site, but then something happened. He accidentally crashed his car into another car at a rest stop in Monmouth County. At that moment, Sergeant Michael was feeling a bit confused and worried. He told the people around him that he had recently had surgery and was going to get anesthesia. He just wanted to go home and send a message. He promised to pay for the damages to the other car. The police arrived, and Sergeant Michael seemed upset, saying he needed to get home quickly. They reassured him and said they would take care of everything. They even offered to check on the person in the other car.
How we doing?
I am not strong.
You okay?
Yeah. I had a prostate surgery.
Okay.
I'm on anesthesia right now. I'm trying to get home to send a message.
Okay.
I will pay for her, whatever has to do.
Okay. What happened? Get it from behind?
Like, I can't, I gotta get home.
Okay. All right, fair enough. I'm looking at you. She's okay. You all right? You want an ambulance right now?
No, I'm fine.
Okay.
I just want to get home.
All right. Fair enough.
Whatever works with her car, I'll pay for it.
Okay. That works. Not a problem.
I got all the paperwork for the hospital.
Oh, okay. All right, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, not a big deal. We'll take care of it. We'll get you out of here quick. Going home?
Yeah.
All right.
I live in Cinnamon, so I'm going right home.
Here. Okay. All right, let me go check on her. I'll be right with you.
As time passed, Sergeant Michael began to feel scared and even offered to write a check for $1,000 to make things right. But then, things took a different turn.
How you doing?
Not good.
You okay?
Recon 7134, we're back in business.
This guy, he got out of the car, I told him shovel, his uniform's inside out. I got out of the car, he took me to pull, I'm like, are you going to call the cops or are you going to take care of this? He said, I'll take care of it. He goes, I'll take care of it. He says, I'll give you my number. I said, no, I don't operate that way. He said, I'll take care of it. He says, I'll write you a check for $1,000. I said, are you a cop? He said, yeah, I'm a cop. I go, where's your uniform? His uniform's on inside out. He says, it's in the car. Do you want to see? I go, where's your weapon? And he pulled his thing open like this to show me that he had his weapons on him.
Okay.
And this fell out of his pocket when he did it.
Okay.
And a magazine fell on the floor. And then I said to him, you get back in your car right now. My son-in-law, state trooper, get back in your car. You're scaring me, and then I got in my car, and I called my fiance. I'm like, I don't know what to do. I'm scared.
All right.
Call the cops.
All right, first, let me get your, obviously, let me get your license, registration, insurance. We'll take a report.
Sergeant Michael was found to have had too much to drink before the accident, which led to serious consequences for him. In Philadelphia, a police officer finds himself in a troubling situation. Dressed in his complete police uniform, he strolls into a store at about 10 in the morning. His actions take an unexpected turn as he heads to the cooler, grabs an item, but instead of going to the cashier to settle his $249 bill, he nonchalantly walks out. The cashier raises the alarm, and the store owners chase after him, urging him to pay. However, the cop remains unfazed, choosing to leave without settling the tab. This leaves the store owner disheartened, as he hoped the police would aid in protecting them from shoplifting, not be part of the problem. In a quiet town, a citizen sits down to enjoy his dinner. The deputies approach him with inquiries, but he simply wants to savor his meal in peace. They ask for information, and one of the deputies, Corporal Deputy Haynes, shares his name and badge number.
If that's all you're doing, then why can't you just give my deputy your information?
Why can't I just eat my dinner?
Why can't you just give my deputy your information if that's all you're doing?
What's your name and badge number?
I'm Corporal Deputy Haynes. I'm Corporal Haynes, and my badge number is 612.
Okay.
However, tension still fills the air. The deputies claim to be conducting an investigation, puzzled by the citizen's presence in an empty parking lot surrounded by closed businesses. Yet, the citizen remains unperturbed, focused on his tacos.
We're conducting an investigation now. Because you're being uncooperative for no reason. You're in an empty parking lot with closed businesses. You're refusing us to give us any kind of information. We don't know why you're here. We don't know who you are. We're unable to identify you, so try to figure out who and why you're here. That doesn't explain anything to me.
They press him further, seeking reasons for his choice of location and wondering if he's from the area. The citizen maintains his silence, leaving the deputies with unanswered questions.
Is there a reason that you picked an empty, closed parking lot to eat your tacos?
How far away is Taco Bell? Oh, you can see it. This is going to be better for the video. You can see Taco Bell.
Is there a reason that you picked this parking lot, though? Are you from here?
It's right next to Taco Bell.
Are you from here?
It's right next to Taco Bell.
Are you from here? Like, you couldn't go
I'll give
home?
you that one. I answered that one.
No, you didn't. Are you, like, you couldn't go home?
I'm not going to answer any of your questions. This is the one who's probably going to tell them to leave me alone.
As the evening unfolds, the citizen continues to enjoy his meal, his motives and identity remaining a mystery to those who approached him. In this video, we see 4 police officers trying to show their power to a man who is far from a traffic stop. The man asks the first officer for their name and badge number, but the officer hesitates. Eventually, the officer reveals the badge number, 639. The man insists he's not there consensually.
Since you're making contact with me, could you identify your name and badge number?
I'm Officer Albee.
And your badge number, please?
I don't even know why you're here right now.
I asked you a direct question. Do you have your badge number on
And
you?
I asked you to leave because right now you're not allowed to be on our traffic stop.
Ma'am, if you're refusing to identify your badge number, it might result in a complaint with your department.
Okay, I understand that. My badge number is 639.
Thank you very much.
But I've asked you a question.
At this time, it's not consensual. Thank you.
You're on my traffic stop.
Ma'am, I'm an appropriate distance from your traffic stop. Please go back to work.
Okay, but if something were
Ma'am, go back to work. Go back to work.
Then that would fall in our department.
You're a liar. You're an idiot.
If you were to get harmed right now, how would that...
You're a idiot liar. Now do your job.
Then 3 more officers arrive one by one. They're asked for their name and badge numbers and comply. The man reminds them he's at a reasonable distance and tells them to go back to work. Some of the officers use derogatory words, but the man remains calm.
What's going on, man? Can we help you? What's going on? Can we help you with anything? Do you have any business to conduct here right now? Can I ask you what type of business you conduct here? Can you take your hand out your pocket for me, please?
Since you're engaging with me, can I get your name and badge number?
My name is Officer Robinson, badge number 659.
Thank you very much. Have a great day.
Is there a reason why you are walking into our traffic stop here?
I'm not in your traffic stop. I'm well within a reasonable distance. Thank you.
Okay, well,
carry on with your work so I get back to work.
If you want to be in a reasonable distance, distance.
Get back with your work, sir.
On a public sidewalk right here behind the vehicles.
Did somebody complain to you, sir?
No, I didn't.
Have a great day, sir. Thank you.
As the situation continues, the first officer leaves the scene, and the man questions if the traffic stop is over. He emphasizes the importance of recording the police to prevent bullying.
How you doing, man?
Just so you know, I mean, you have a right to record and everything. We just need you a little further away from the scene.
Do you remember what the Supreme Court ruled as far as the distance?
Do you remember what it was?
You don't know?
Well, anything that we deem as unsafe.
Okay, that's false. Have a good day, sir.
Well, I will make sure to research that information.
Thank you, sir. I have the answer, by the way.
But just know if you get too close to a scene, you can't be arrested.
Hey, man, they would have arrested me already, man. Have a good one.
I'm just letting you know.
Have a good one. Have a good one. One strike.
In the end, the man stands up for his rights and highlights the need for transparency in police encounters.
Is this traffic stop over?
That police officer back in his car yet?
I'm asking you a question.
I asked you a question.
He's pulling off. Is it over? You said it's the police officer going back in his car. That doesn't have anything to do with this guy leaving and the traffic stop being over. Thank you. Have a good day. Get back to work. Thank you. This guy, man. This is one of the tyrants out here. This guy. And make sure we always record the police because they don't like it at all. They don't like to be seen bullying others.
In this video, Officer Frank takes pride in asking for identification without a valid reason. He approaches a person and requests their ID. The person hesitates, questioning the need for it.
Are you making a documentary?
It's a news story.
A news story?
Yeah.
You have ID?
I always have ID.
Okay, can you provide that?
No.
You can do whatever you want, but as far as, I just need to identify who you are.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do.
No, you don't.
I do, sir.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
And what law is that?
Well, it came in as a suspicious person. Anytime we
Okay.
investigate as to somebody calling in about suspicious, we need to at least identify who it is we spoke to. You're not in trouble in any way, shape, or form.
Okay, then I don't need to give ID.
Well, you do.
What law is
I need
that?
to know who you are.
What law is
If I'm
that?
investigating a crime, it's actually called obstruction if you fail to provide
Wrong.
documentation. No, sir,
Quote
that's not wrong.
quote that statute.
Frank insists that it's necessary due to a suspicious person report. The person argues that they have a right to privacy in public. Frank threatens to charge them with hindering.
Sir, look, I'm not looking.
I have to commit an unlawful act and prevent you from performing your unlawful duty to be in violation of obstruction.
Currently, right now.
So what's the unlawful act?
Right now, it came in as a suspicious person.
Okay, and what statute is suspicious?
It has nothing to do with it.
Yes, it does. What's the
investigating
law?
To determine what's going on. So all
I'm taking
asking is
pictures in
identify
public.
Who you are? You're telling me you're doing something.
Okay.
That's fine, but I need to verify who you are.
No, you don't.
So in the event that something turns into something, I at least can say, all right, I went out and I spoke with this person. You're making this more difficult than it needs to be.
No, you are.
Not really.
You can come out and say, good morning, sir, how you doing? Taking pictures, enjoying your First Amendment right to take pictures in public?
What was the first thing that I said to you today?
What are you doing?
I said, no. I said, how are you, sir?
Okay, how are you?
Did I not say that to
Yeah,
you?
you did.
So you just asked me what did I do, and I already told you what I said.
Okay.
I said, how are you? And I said, what are we doing? And you told me what you're doing. And I said,
that's
that's
it.
fine. And I explained to you why I need documentation from you, just to verify who you are.
Okay, but you don't need to verify who I am.
I unfortunately do. Yes.
No, I have the right to privacy in public.
You do, to a certain degree.
Yeah,
Okay.
and this is within that degree.
Placed under arrest for obstruction.
I do not have
It's very,
identification
very
on me.
Well, so then you lied to me, because when I first asked you if you had identification on you, you told me, yes, I do.
Oh, I have fingerprints and retinas.
No, that's incorrect. I asked you, do you have documentation? Do you have identification?
I do not.
You can go back into your video recorder and you can verify.
A sergeant arrives and the person explains they are exercising their First Amendment rights by taking pictures and filing a complaint. The sergeant clarifies that showing ID is not required for taking pictures. Frank is proven wrong, and the person is free to go.
Now, if I find out you're lying to me, now you can be charged with hindering.
Do we have a
which
sergeant?
means giving failed documentation.
No.
You have
What's
two
going on,
sergeants,
sir?
right?
Two?
Sergeant
Okay.
Perez, what's going on?
So what is your name and what is your information?
I'm not answering any questions. Personal information.
Okay, well then you're going to be placed under arrest for obstruction.
And what
Get
law
like
is that,
sir?
Sergeant?
He doesn't need to explain it to you.
Well,
I
he
already
does
told you
actually.
that's what it is.
He actually does.
Frank, just hold on a second.
So let's find out.
Can I just ask you what you're doing here?
Yes, sir. I'm in public taking pictures of a public building, expressing my First Amendment right to freedom of press. I'm here to actually file a complaint.
Okay. You have that right. You have all those rights. You just
Thank you. Well, he appears to tell me that I don't.
Now, just so you know, there are areas of this building that are posted.
Absolutely.
That are off limits.
Yep, like the back of that parking lot there. It says restricted area. Can't go back there.
Areas or video those areas.
Absolutely.
Other than that, if you want to walk around with your camera, you can walk around with your camera.
And I don't need to show ID to do that.
You don't have to show ID right now. No, sir. All right, sir?
How's that?
Well, that's incorrect, actually, in that respect.
Oh, is it? Is it?
That's
So your
different than
sergeant's
what you
wrong.
explained to my
So your sergeant's
source
wrong?
from what we were going to.
So your sergeant's...
We're not going to get into an argument here.
Sure.
So we're all set,
Because
all right?
I was just threatened with arrest for not providing identification. It's a violation of Fourth Amendment.
All right, sir. But now we're clear on what's going on, right?
Is he?
Are we all clear?
Is he clear? Because I'm clear and you're clear.
Everybody here is clear, sir.
Very good, sir.
All right,
Thank
so
you.
Continue what you're doing.
I appreciate your
All
help.
right? You have a good day.
You too.
All right?
Thank you
We're
very
all
much.
clear, guys.
Thank you.
All right?
Have a nice day, officer.
You too, sir.
Hope you learned something today.
Officer Frank's attempt to demand ID without a valid reason doesn't go as planned, and the citizen continues to exercise their rights. This video clip is a bit crazy. It's not all in English, but it's so wild that we couldn't resist sharing it. There's this police officer from South Africa near the place called Dar in the Northern Cape. He looks like he's had too much to drink, and he's in a strange situation. It's quite a sight.
Too drunk as the police, man. You? As man. Zie jouw probleem is een probleem. Hier maakt nou net een ongeluk. Of komt er net een ongeluk af. Kijk hoe lang dat man er wakker is dronk. Wat hij gezegd, wat hij gezegd. Ja, dat is dikker. Wat heeft hij gezegd? Ja, kijk je meer. Nee, jongen. Kijk daar! Breng het aan! Meneer McClaney! Meneer McClaney!
After the video ended, they arrested the officer, and we don't know much more about what happened after that. It's a bit of a mystery. In the heart of the city, a lawyer who also drives an Uber car is in a tight spot. As he's cruising, a sudden twist unfolds. His passenger finds themselves in cuffs, but the lawyer remains composed.
So I'm driving Uber, and my passenger's getting arrested.
Turn off that camera, one officer insists, but the lawyer stands his ground, citing his right to record. The lawyer, with phone in hand, asserts his rights and questions the cause of the arrest.
Hey, Bo, turn that off, okay?
No, I'll keep recording, thank you. It's my right.
Don't record me, you got me?
I will look. You're a police officer on duty. I can record you. And if you come to this side of the vehicle, I can keep recording you.
Turn it off.
I can keep recording you.
Turn it off, I'm taking jail.
For recording you, I'm sitting in my car holding my phone.
Record me.
What is the law? What are you arresting me for? I'm sitting here in my car. I'm just recording in case anything happens.
5 police officers surround him. His nerves kick in, but he maintains his calm demeanor. Despite the tension, the police refrain from searching his car.
I'm surrounded by 5 police officers.
You're being a jerk.
I'm scared right now. I'm not being a jerk. I'm recording it in case anything happens.
Well, you better hope we don't find something in your car, okay?
They're not searching my car.
Well, I'm going to search your car.
You're not searching my car.
Roll canine this way.
Bring the canines. I don't care, man.
Okay.
Like, I know my rights.
I hope so. I know what the law is.
I know the law. I'm an attorney, so I would hope I know the law.
And the Uber driver?
And here, man. You want my bar card?
The lawyer flexes his legal knowledge, reminding them of his profession. But there's a puzzling new law prohibiting police recording that the lawyer hasn't heard of before. He inquires about it, and the officer seems equally perplexed, suggesting it must be a recent development.
Sir, can you tell me what this new law is that I'm not allowed to record?
I'm sorry?
He said that there's a law I'm not allowed to record the police. I just wanted to know what that new law is.
Well, you said you were an attorney, correct?
I am. I've never heard of this law that you're not allowed to record the police anymore. It must be brand new.
Okay, well, they just recently passed it, so...
Like super recently? Seems like a strange law. Man. I showed him my way bill. I really am just driving Uber for some extra money. I don't know where these people are going to and from.
Really about 80. Are these his?
From Mary?
Probably, they're not mine. I have nothing in my car. There's no drugs, there's no alcohol.
I didn't say you did.
Okay, well, the other officer told me he's taking me to jail, so...
Did I say that?
No, your friend said that.
My friend?
I
You mean the sergeant?
The sergeant, your friend, somebody.
The lawyer, still bewildered, displays his Uber driver credentials and explains he's just ferrying passengers to their destinations. He's cooperative, and the officers decide to call in a K-9 unit for a thorough check.
They just type in an address, I drive them to there.
You don't mind me asking where'd you pick him up from?
404 Thrasher, drove him over to here. He told me he's picking up a paycheck, and I'm driving him back. Yeah. He said he works as a dog groomer, and that's his manager that pays him every week, that he's going to pick it up from. Next thing I know, I'm surrounded by police.
Are you from the area here? You live here in Wilmington?
Yeah, I live here. I work at the courthouse.
You work at the courthouse?
Yeah.
Mr. Bright.
Yes.
How long you been an Uber driver?
Mr. St. Pierre. A year and a half? 2 years maybe?
Have you been stopped a lot? It's probably why you've been stopped, because you're an Uber driver, right? Because there's a lot of history on the vehicle.
On this vehicle there's history?
Yeah.
Not that I know of.
Okay. All right. Well, here's your license. We're going to wait for K-9 because I don't know if he might have dumped something under the seat and you don't want us to look. So we're just going to have K-9 come out and smell. And if they do an indication, if not, then you'll be on your way, okay?
Okay. I mean, if he threw something under the seat, it still has nothing to do with me. Like.
Okay, but it's in your car. I'm not saying it has anything to do with you, sir. I've never said that, did I?
No,
I asked you a
I
simple
feel like
question.
someone's going to be under the car and you're going to say, I'm the driver, it's my vehicle, I'm responsible.
Negative, sir. I've never said that to you.
Okay.
Okay?
Can you understand my frustration? I'm just at work.
I should.
I
absolutely do.
All
That's
right.
your registration. Just hold on a minute, okay?
Thanks, man.
Tensions ease as they wait for the K-9 to arrive, and the lawyer reflects on this unusual day at work. In this story, there's a police officer named Zamello who stops a guy. Zamello is not very nice to the guy and threatens to take him away. But then, his boss arrives and things change.
What's all that?
I'm getting mine back. Did they do a shuffle? They are, but they left out big one. That sounds like
Oh, no, we're good. Come around.
No, what we're saying is right now, what you're telling us.
If you want, sure. Okay.
We can report that as such, but we
Yes,
need your
that's it.
information so we can say that.
It's going to be a bunch of bullshit.
Okay.
The boss arrives and everything seems fine. The boss asks the guy some questions and he answers politely. The guy is not causing any problems, but Zamello is still not happy about it.
If they come knocking on your door, if you try to call,
You live here?
My cousin does.
Your cousin does? What's your cousin's name?
What's your name, badge number?
What's your cousin's name?
Mello. And what's your name, badge number, sir?
The neighbors, they're bugging me. There's already been a...
How's that relevant? How's that relevant?
Could you stay here too?
How's that relevant?
Don't answer the door, just call us and have us come out here.
Huh?
You said your cousin lives here, right?
Yeah. But how's that relevant to what you're doing right now?
Can you stay here?
Oh, okay, that's fine.
The guy asks why his information matters, and the boss says it's not a big deal. He tells Zamello to leave. The guy wants to know where the boss is, but Zamello doesn't say.
I'm not impeding your investigation. Y'all answer me a question. How am I impeding your investigation, sir?
You asked me to stay out there, you still came inside.
No, you opened the door for me.
No,
I didn't say anything to you. You just opened the door and was like, hey, you need to get a
I said you stay here, you didn't say anything.
You opened the door for me, sir.
Okay, do you mind going back outside?
My cousin, I'm going to my cousin's house. I'm just making sure.
Where does your cousin live at?
Why is that relevant?
Because you say you stay here. You have to have somebody to visit. That's criminal trespassing.
Criminal trespassing?
Yes. You said for what?
Finally, the boss shows up and he's friendly. The guy just wants to visit his cousin and didn't do anything wrong. The boss says he can go, and Zamello doesn't look happy but leaves.
Do you mind going outside?
Where is the sergeant here?
Yes,
where's the sergeant
outside.
at? Where's he at?
He's outside.
Where's he at?
He's outside. I don't care about
What's his
that.
name? I don't see no sergeant out there though.
I'm telling you straight. You mind going outside, sir?
I might wait for the sergeant. You're asking?
Yeah, I asked you 3 times.
Let me get the sergeant. Hold on.
I'll stay down here. Give me your name, man. We leave.
Come here. Come on, Mello. Mello, come on.
I'll put you on the report.
Where's the sergeant at? Sergeant's here? Who? Oh, sergeant's right here.
Here.
Come on, Mello. Come on, no. Don't worry about it.
It's going to be a totally different...
Hey, sergeant, how's it going?
What's up, man? How are you?
Just coming here to visit my cousin, and I was just walking through, and you know, this guy, I might say, well, my innocent. No, it's fine. He asked for my information.
I asked you what apartment did you stay in?
And I asked you, why is that relevant?
It's not. Let's go. You can go.
You know, it's fine. I'll wait for y'all to come because I don't. I'll wait for y'all. I'll wait for y'all to leave.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
The guy thanks them and waits for them to leave. He's relieved now. Hold on to our final clip, which is the most scariest and creepiest one. And if you like what you saw, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on our creepiest videos. In this video, there's a citizen who stands firm, not giving up his rights. He faces an angry officer who's acting like a Karen. The citizen wants the officer to identify herself because she's moving around a lot. It's a simple request. The officer's supervisor arrives, but things don't go the way she expected.
I know you ain't doing nothing wrong, right?
I'm not saying you're doing it.
Right.
You can cancel that. I didn't say you were doing anything wrong, but I want you to identify yourself because you're going in and out of all these buildings. That's all I asked for, right?
Grandmother.
And then he's not in any uniform, and she has no badge, and she has no badge, and she has no
Miss Lady,
Where's the
but you
badge?
making sure we're the bad people, so I'm
at anybody's phone.
The citizen says he'll use his Fifth Amendment rights. He's ready to go to jail for his beliefs. The lady officer gets frustrated. She's trying to find a crime, but it's not that easy.
I want a badge.
Let's go.
I want a badge.
Let's go. I want to go to jail.
I want a badge.
Because I'm looking.
I want a badge.
Put me in handcuffs. Let's go.
I want a badge.
I'm not breaking any law, Miss Lady. How about
She
this?
does not
Until
have
your
her
supervisor
badge
get here,
on.
I'm going to invoke my Fifth Amendment. And now, if you want to arrest me, you can do that. I'm sorry you have to go like this. But for a man that's protecting his rights, you want me to... Okay, no, to plead the Fifth because I have not committed a crime. I only answer when I commit a crime, Miss Lady. I have not committed a crime.
All I'm asking you for is your ID.
But I will have to give that if I commit a crime.
Finally, the citizen is asked his name, and he calmly responds that he doesn't have to give it. He's standing up for his constitutional rights, and he's not backing down.
What up with you? What's your name and badge number? Because you're an officer and you have to identify. You sign it?
I have to identify as a police officer.
All right, and what's your name and badge?
I actually don't have to provide that as part of the policy. I don't know that's my policy.
Got me there.
No,
wait, you lying. So you work for you the large deal. So yes.
Yeah, but he's
according to the
police department.
He said, I don't have to get that. Yes, they
He's not
do.
a county sheriff. He's like a town.
It's a tense situation, but he's determined to protect his freedoms. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can stay updated with our latest videos.